gulf that separates us is triggered essentially by the owner's position that the players have to make enormous concessions, far more than they did the last time, and what they did the last time was stunningly large.
Donald Fair doesn't mince his words. His membership, NHL players, are being asked to give up a great deal in current negotiations for a new collective agreement. After the two sides exchange proposals, the gulf remains wide. Fair is now meeting with Western-based players in Kelowna in what he calls an essential part of the negotiating process.
You got to make sure you understand what the guys want to do and how they see things and what they think is important, because it's their union and it's their contract. It's not mine. I work for them. So we had a good meeting. We had a lot of good discussion, a lot of interest, a lot of involvement. I learned a lot. I hope they learned a lot.
We hear a lot on conference calls and over the phone and through the media, and just for us to come here and hear in firsthand and be able to discuss it and stay strong, stay unified, and have a positive outlook. I think it's good.
One of the key issues in these negotiations is revenue sharing. The Players Association would like to see increased help for the smaller market teams, while the NHL seems less inclined to go that route.
Obviously, that's part of our proposal, and the bigger teams help out the little teams, and I think that's what the problem is with the system that they're talking about now. And obviously, any way that you can help that out, I think that those teams would like that, but I can't really speak for them.
Our basis is trying to fix, problems that are there, and not trying to fix things that maybe aren't there. And obviously, we want to. I think with our last proposal, we did acknowledge that.
Well, yeah, it's a big concern of the NHLs to help out those smaller teams, the financially struggling ones, and so we've offered some givebacks and partnering with the high revenue teams to help that become a healthy league for the future. And so we think it's a healthy proposal, and Don has his experience in baseball, and a similar proposal has worked well for that league, so we're hoping that something like that could work for us.
They certainly have not indicated any substantial willingness to increase the revenue sharing, but those I wouldn't say those discussions are foreclosed in that regard, and hopefully that'll be an area that we'll be able to find more common ground than we have yet.
For the players, being asked to make major changes to a system that the league largely forced on them is a bit too much to stomach.
All the rules and everything that go with the CBA currently are from decisions that they brought into us last time. And the one thing that you kind of ask is, if it's not working and they say that the system's not working, then why not change the system? And the proposal that we got didn't really change. It just asked for us to give up a lot of money. And ask us to concede a lot of different aspects, but the system itself was still in place.
Our proposal really touches on every aspect that they feel needs correction. Hopefully they put a little bit more emphasis on analyzing it and seeing how it would affect every club and every city as we did with their proposal.
All the thoughts and all the discussions about shutting down the game have been on the other side, as they were in the NFL, as they were in the NBA, as they were in hockey 03-04, and as they were in prior basketball and hockey lockouts.
A similar gathering is scheduled with different players in Toronto. There, the NHLPA will also meet with the league Wednesday and possibly into Thursday morning in an effort to make progress on these talks.
It's a process which goes on, first of all, until it ends. There's no artificial termination of the negotiations. It's until you reach a conclusion. And secondly, you work at it every day until you find a way to reach an agreement. And sometimes you do that by talking to the other side. Sometimes you do that by talking internally. Sometimes you do that by rest and reflection. It's just part of the process you go through.
I think all of us are positive. I mean, we all want to play. I mean, nobody wants to be locked out. I mean, we're hockey players, and that's our jobs, and that's what we love to do. So hopefully something gets figured out.
One side doesn't have to try to hit a home run and bury the other side. I think it's a matter of coming to an agreement where both sides benefit, and I think if both sides benefit, you're going to have a good game, and then the fans are going to be happy and everyone will be happy. So I think that's the biggest thing, is trying to find a system that benefits everybody.